What is up, guys? Gamerdude back once again, bringing you another game in our 90-day streaming ban series. Unfortunately, yes, my last ditch effort failed and I didn't manage to get it sorted out. So this game series will be continuing with one game each day, sometimes changing it up to 2 or 3. And of course, once a week I'll be bringing you Just Effects with Gamerdude. So today I am bringing you The Crew 2. I've still got quite a few events to do, and I've spawned in the garage just so I can show off a couple of my vehicles and a couple of the liveries I have created for these vehicles. So of course here we have the iconic Paul Walker Skyline. Got F1 livery here. I'm working on a Michael Schumacher livery. Still somewhat unfinished, but it's getting there. This is my more recent one for the Destruction Derby DLC that was recently introduced to the game. Still needs a little bit of tweaking, but I'm actually quite proud of how that turned out. And then of course there's this one, my crowning achievement. The Deadpool livery. Of course on one side I put Captain Deadpool, crossed out Captain with what looks like a blood smear, and you've got the blood dripping down. I've got bullet holes in the side. I've got Don't Swallow. On the side here we have Merc with the mouth, blood dripping down. Got Rich Corinthian leather, another Deadpool logo. Sucker cock. Got Teabag anyone on the back with his eyes showing up. And on the top there's just like a sword livery, just showing his swords. So if I have a look at some of my other vehicles, I don't really think I've got that many liveries to show off, really. I think I've got all the ones on display that I actually wanted to show off. Great opportunity to show off my cars as well, though. So I've got the Ferrari F40, Nissan Skyline GTR. It's not a racing game unless you get a Skyline. You know, that's just a fact. Aston Martin Vanquish, left that as it was, because why not? Mustang GT Fastback, only thing I did to that was add the stripe. Expo R, it's like one of those custom car thingies, I don't know. Fiat 500, I got that for a little joke because me and the lads, when we used to play it, we'd play car tag, and the loser would turn into a Fiat 500 whilst the rest were escaping in whatever other car they were in. Eldorado, gotta love the classics. Camaro RS, the Papa John vehicle. Camaro ZL1, which I'm currently working on a police livery for, still unfinished. I'm a bit ashamed to show that one off at the minute because of how unfinished it actually is, so I'm just going to leave that there. BMW Z4, that's set to my drift vehicle. Just a random livery I created, it's nothing special. The drag vehicles are probably the best in the game for speed, obviously, with drag vehicle. If you want to do the speed traps or anything like that, that's your best bet to go for. At 322 miles per hour and 3,553 brake horsepower, why wouldn't you? The McLaren P1, the Pagani Huayra, great vehicle by the way, I love it. Mercedes-Benz X-Class Rally Edition, some kind of buggy, I don't know, it's just buggy to me. Kawasaki motorbike, Lancia Stratos rally vehicle. Now this is another one I'm quite proud of. It's still unfinished, but I'm really quite proud of how it turned out with the liveries that I created on the side of it, with the Martini logo, the stripes down the side. As you can see, they're unfinished, they're a bit askew, need to work into them going onto the bonnet. I got the logo recreated on the front. I got Martini on the front, Pirelli Tires logo, so it's really quite cool. Of course, you've seen my Jeep, you've seen that one, the Ferrari FXXK, one of the more expensive vehicles in the game, and it comes with the livery as standard, so I just left it as it was. The Aston Martin Vulcan, I worked on this livery for quite a while. It's another one of my achievements. It's a Monster Energy drink livery. Still slightly unfinished as I need to add literally just the word Monster on the side of it for Monster Energy, but other than that it's finished. Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, this vehicle was free, you got it in winning an event. Mercedes-Benz AMG. It's a touring car vehicle. It's quite a good vehicle. It's actually relatively cheap in the game. You've seen my race car. And of course there's a hovercraft, which I just haven't bothered with because hovercrafts are absolutely pathetic. Okay, so we are going to go for a drive and do some of the events. Question is, what do I want to drive? Yeah, screw it. We're in the Ferrari. And if we go to any events, it'll just automatically put us in that other vehicle. I have of course turned the music off just in case there's a copyright issue. I'm already in enough trouble with YouTube thanks to Amazon Prime, so there will be no music in my videos in the near future. Oops. Yeah, that would have written off the vehicle. That's probably one of the only things I don't like about racing games, like Need for Speed and The Crew, for example. It's the damage on the vehicles. I mean, they're not physically allowed to put the damage in the vehicles because of licensing. Like, they're allowed to have the vehicles, yes, but they're not allowed to physically show damage on them. Like, if you rammed it into a wall, for example, it'll just reset you rather than showing the damage. And that is down to a licensing issue because the companies don't want them to show their vehicles severely damaged. That looked fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to switch to our plane and go for a quick fly. This is another livery I'm quite proud of. This is my Spitfire. Created this from scratch as well. Me and the lads did a video on this quite a while ago. If you want to check it out, it is in a playlist for your convenience. We did kind of a Battle of Britain sort of thing. So, what events do I actually have to do? There's one there. Oh no, I hate the hypercar races. But we'll set a waypoint to it instead of just travelling there like a lazy son of a bitch. Because that way I can talk to you about the game and we can enjoy some of the gameplay. I can show you the scenery and the graphics. So this game does have a very diverse map. It is quite a huge map of the United States. It is missing a few. It is missing a few cities like Atlanta, for example. But I think that again is down to space and licensing. I don't know, maybe they couldn't fit it in the coding, or maybe the state of where this city is have just said no, we don't want it putting in the game. I don't know shit, I just know it's not there. There's a lot of things in the game that are a bit inaccurate as well, like Niagara Falls, for example. Niagara Falls just looks like a tiny little waterfall in this game. I mean, I get that they can't get it accurate, down to the fact that Niagara Falls is quite huge in the first place, but they could have at least made some kind of attempt to make it screen accurate, because when you go up to it in a plane or in a car, it just looks like a tiny puny little waterfall, and you know, you've got to fly off the edge of it in a boat, and it's just, instead of a huge massive flying drop, it's just a plop. It's like you go off and it's plop, like that's it. So even though there are the inconsistencies, it is still a very diverse map with a lot to offer, and I would seriously recommend it as well. I'm not showing off at all. Yes, a plane with nitrous. Now, I realise watching me fly around in my prided Spitfire isn't exactly fun. But as I said, it gives us a chance to look at the scenery for me to talk about the game. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you played The Crew 2? Do you enjoy The Crew 2? Do you enjoy these kinds of games? Because if so, I will definitely upload more of them to the channel. I've got Need for Speed Payback, The Crew 2, I've got a couple more as well, so just let me know. Because whilst I'm on this 90-day ban, I'm trying to bring daily content as I promised, with a new game every other day, but eventually I'm going to run out of games, because I've only got so many games. And with, let's say 2.5 months left in the ban now, there's only so much I'll be able to do, given the fact that I've already live streamed a lot of games to their conclusion, like Batman for example. I don't want to bring those back again when I've already live streamed them. Plus, with how large those games actually are, with only 43 minutes at a time, it would take quite a while to get through, and that's just not practical and it's not fun. But I do love this. I tried to recreate this Spitfire as accurately as possible. You know, the only thing that's missing are the machine guns on the front, and the rondel on the side. It's a bit bigger than it should be. But other than that, I tried to be as accurate as possible, even with the tail number on the back, the British flag on the front. I would say that this was probably one of my more rush job liveries as well, because all the guys had been playing it about 12 hours before I did, because I got it a few hours after they did, or I was playing it a few hours after they did, I can't remember which. And they'd all bought these, they'd all played the game a little bit, and they were playing through it, they'd created their liveries, and they all wanted to meet up and do something. And obviously I didn't have one yet, because I hadn't really even played the game, I didn't have any money. But I love as well how the plane leaves the little contrails behind it. I mean, you can use smoke as well. Alright, let's do this properly then. Let's land at the airport and we'll drive there. Land, land, land. No, go that way, go that way, go that way. That is literally the only problem. You can't really taxi the plane very well because it just wants to take off. Right then, let's change vehicles. Go for a casual drive. I think we'll take the Skyline. Right, this is a fantastic vehicle in the game. It's won me a lot of races. Oops, oops. Oh no, there is actual vehicle damage now. Okay, I retract my previous statement. Now there appears to be proper vehicle damage. Well, somewhat proper that is anyway. I mean, the game did just get an update today, so I really don't know what's being added to it. I have no idea what's being added with this update because it did not say anything in the patch notes. It was just apparently an update. Oops. Didn't want to do that. That's another thing as well. This game is an all online game. Without PlayStation Plus, you cannot play it. So the loading screens are a little excessive. They are quite long and quite annoying. Oops. I'm not a very good driver. Don't tell the developers, they may revoke my license. Oh yeah, now we're picking up speed. Oh, I had it kicking up a bit there. Slick. See, I was debating what to do on this tonight. I figured, do I go on a 40-minute road trip, or do I just casually drive about, do some of the events, and talk to you about the game? I figured a 40-minute road trip would be a bit boring by myself. I wanted to pull in one of my PlayStation friends, but unfortunately he's busy and doesn't want to do it. But I've forgotten how beautiful the scenery of this game was, how beautiful the graphics were. I mean, I am not disputing, I have seen gameplay from the new Forza on the Xbox. I am not a fan of Xbox. A lot of my veteran subscribers will tell you I frequently call the Xbox the shitbox. And that is no word of a lie. But looking at the gameplay from the new Forza, it is absolutely flawless in every detail. It gets the road signs correct, because it's set in the UK and I'm from the UK, so I know this. It gets the road signs correct, it gets the actual roads correct, it gets the names of the roads correct, it gets all the bridges and whatnot correct, it gets all the vehicles and countryside correct. It is flawless. And I have to say, it's seeing the gameplay on it, it is a lot better than Crew 2. And that is probably the only time you'll hear me praise the Xbox. Other than that, I am not an Xbox person. Now, I can't help but wonder, I haven't run into any traffic since I left the city. So where the hell is all the traffic? I mean, I'm not complaining because the traffic is quite annoying. And the car sounds a bit unhealthy. I mean, there's no car damage. I mean, well, physical damage, like engine damage and things like that, but I can hear kind of a rattling in my ear. It's like every time whoa! Okay. Yeah, it's like every time I pick up speed, I can hear that rattling in my ear. But the countryside is still beautiful for this game. I mean, the graphics are still incredible for it, I'm not disputing that. I wouldn't mind actually seeing a third Crew game. See, I didn't play the first Crew game, which was probably a mistake, because when the Crew 2 came out, I was like, oh yeah, let's just get that because everybody else is. So I didn't really know the whole plot of things and the whole switching between the planes, the boats and the cars. I didn't understand all that at first. But I grew to love it, I grew to enjoy it. Me and the lads, if you've seen my previous Crew 2 videos, we had a lot of fun. We got into the beta as well, so we all enjoyed that. Unfortunately now though, there's probably only one person left on my friends list that still plays this game, and it is Monty Burns Wakey. So all the rest of them have given up on it. It's just because there's nothing really new to do in the game anymore. Once you platinum the game, I platinum the game, there's nothing really to do but drive around and have some fun in your vehicles. Which I don't really see the problem with, because it is fun every so often. If you're a person like me and you don't have a car, it's not exactly the realization of driving a real car, but it's just as relaxing as driving a real car, if that makes any sense to anybody. Especially if you've got a PlayStation steering wheel. I mean, I don't have a PlayStation steering wheel, but I'm just saying. I used to when I played Gran Turismo back on the PS1. And it used to relax me. If that's weird, don't hesitate to say that's weird in the comments, but it would relax me. Just as I imagine driving a real car would as well. Oops. Where is all the goddamn traffic? There is no traffic. But yet when you're in a race, traffic spawns like nobody's business. Wow, okay, that took about 10 minutes to drive there. Now, these supercar races aren't exactly the best thing in the game. Because it takes you down narrow country roads, and supercars aren't built for that. We've all seen the Grand Tour and Top Gear, we know how it works out.
Be focused and you got a shot at this.
So you really have to stay alert and stay sharp as to where the corners are going to be coming up. And there is a sneaky feature in this game that I'm sure most gamers are aware of when it comes to games like this, called the rubber banding. You can be way out in front,
I know I was right to pick you.
and then all of a sudden, they are right up your trumpet, overtaking you, and you've no chance of catching them. Corner. That was a bit of a steep corner. I think for the next event we will just fast travel there because we are pressed for time and you don't want to see me driving around for 40 minutes. Not unless I'm doing a crazy Top Gear style road trip with Monty Burns Wakey. Ouch. And it doesn't help that I think I'm using another controller with a broken R2 button. Not as broken as my other R2 button on my other controller, where I get like 3 miles per hour if I do a racing game with the R2 button. But still, I think it might be on its way out. The R2 buttons on the PlayStation 4 controllers are not durable at all. It's like if you drop it when it's on your knee or something, you're gonna regret it. Something will break. Games like this, I really enjoy playing games like this because it takes you to your wit's end. Because I'm not looking at the map, I'm looking at the road, which is why I keep crashing into everything. Oh, there's that rubber banding I was talking about. But I would say one thing for the crew, it is a lot better than Need for Speed. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Need for Speed Underground, I enjoyed Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I enjoyed Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Need for Speed Payback, didn't really care for it that much. All the other Need for Speeds, didn't really care for them either. Speaking of, actually, there is rumours floating around that there's going to be a Need for Speed Underground 3. We're doing a video on that at some point with Just the Facts of Gamer Dude, so stay tuned for that, guys. That'll just drop on you at some point. Oh, come on. Oh, I lost. Just lost all steering on that final corner. If I finish third, at least I'll get a victory thing for it. Yeah, reached top 3, so yeah. Not what I wanted, but at least it's still a victory. Let's see what we got in the way of parts. Speaking of Niagara Falls, I was talking about that earlier. I'm only 4 miles away from it in the game. Increased nitro power, increased loot, slipstream. Nah, we'll leave that the way it is. Increased slipstream, nitro refills while drifting. Yeah, there's not really much point in that one. Or that one. Alright, onwards then. Open up the map. I am not doing the hovercraft events. The hovercraft events can suck a cock. Ah, street race. See, if I drove from where I am now, because I'm near Chicago, if I drove from near where I am to LA, we'd be here quite a while. So yeah guys, unfortunately it does really suck that I'm still stuck on this 90-day ban with 45-minute restrictions on my videos. But I'm not going to let it stop me, and as I've said in previous videos, it does allow me to see what things I can upload and as opposed to the things I can't upload, given the copyright strikes and copyright issues on music and whatnot. But not to worry, when I am able to live stream again, I will be bringing back the Telltale game series. We will start it again on the Monday. We're bringing back Guardians of the Galaxy. It is unfortunate that I said I wasn't going to let the sort of mid-season finale go over 3 months, but sadly this ban hit me and I have no choice. I notice you don't bounce off the walls anymore, you kind of just stop dead if you hit the walls. cheeky fucker tried to spin me out. So I'm in a Ferrari F40 against Audi TTs and LaFerraris and things like that, and I am not making any headway whatsoever. Oh, I can't fucking move, I'm stuck. I think that update may have played with the handling, because the handling now sucks. But where would the fun be if I was first all the way through the race, right? It's supposed to be non-contact in these races. I mean, if it was real life, would you really want to smash a multi-million-pound supercar or sports car to get any headway in the race? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fucking hell again. The cars now seem to turn very square into the corners. Handbrake turns don't work anymore, like, at all. There's a lot about the game that has been changed, and I'm not sure what that update was for today, but it has really screwed with things since I last played it. So now I would have cheated and gone up the mountain, but I don't know what it's done to the handling of the cars, and I don't know how it would handle it going up there now. Could not control that from going off. The last thing I need is to drive off the edge of a cliff this close to the end of the race. So what do? I drive off the end of a cliff. And across the line. Rude. So what city has it dumped us in? Ah, dumped us in LA. Los Angeles. It's another street race, so we'll go do that one. Then I think after this race we will go to Laguna Seca. We'll do a couple of laps of Laguna Seca in different vehicles. And then we'll have to call it for the video. Oh, is that a Lamborghini I see up front? Coming through. See, of course I have this Ferrari F40 in red with the white stripe down it because it's a crime against nature to have a Ferrari in any other colour than red. It's like every single time I see a Ferrari, it's in red. I've never seen a Ferrari in a different colour. And I'm not just saying that, it's a literal fact. Every time I've seen a Ferrari around my area, it's always been in red. Every time I've seen a Ferrari in a movie, it's been red. As for the stripe, meh, I just thought it looked cool. Okay, so my brakes didn't work there. Oops. It's strategic, you know, remove the podiums for the other racers and they won't know where they're going. I keep losing speed and gaining speed because I've got to find a certain so let's say G spot. I've got to find a certain G spot on my R2 button to keep it working properly. Oops. That's what I get for having a laugh with myself. But this is what I mean about the street races with the supercars and things. They are not built for racing around these small country roads. You'd expect them to put you in races where they were, I don't know, on airstrips on certain tracks and whatnot. Damn. You wouldn't expect them to put you in small confined spaces like this. Oh, I'm 5 seconds ahead, no need to worry. Loser. Now where's my stuff? Give me my loot. By the sea? Really? Okay, so we're on 38 minutes into the video. I'm gonna have to end it soon, so let's go over to Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca, where are you? Laguna Seca. No, that's Golden Hills. That's not it. This will be embarrassing if I can't find it before the end of the video. Oh, again, that's Golden Hills. Where the hell is the Seca? Alright, screw it then. I guess we'll just go to Golden Hills. Let's do a couple of, maybe I say a couple, it'll probably end up being one. I wanted to go to Laguna Seca because it's a much smaller racetrack. And off we go. Coming around. Ah, wall. Drifting action. Yeah, I thought as much. I've only got time for this lap because we're at 42 minutes into the video now. Let's hit the NOS. Oh, wall. Whoops. I think I missed the turn off. I did. Oh, damn it. Drifting action. And I believe that was the line. So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate the love and support through this 90-day streaming ban. The videos will continue through the days and through the weeks. We will be counting those days down like no tomorrow. I believe it will be the 17th of April that I am able to stream again. So February, March, April. Yeah, it will be the 17th of April that I'm able to stream again. It is unfortunate, but think of it this way. It's almost been a month, so there's only 2 months to go. It sucks, it really does, but we have to deal with it because there's no way of contacting Amazon about it, and there's no way of contacting YouTube about it. At least not for me, because I don't have enough subscribers. You need 1,000 subscribers to talk to YouTube directly. So shout out to all subscribers, as always. Appreciate the love and support. Stay tuned tomorrow for another video in the series. I can't guarantee what it'll be, but just stay tuned. I hope you all enjoy it. 793 subscribers now. If we can get to 800 by the end of the month, that'll be sound by me. I would appreciate that so much, guys. So yeah, until then, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all real soon.